This one's just chill. So this is Stardust Speedway from Sonic CD. In CD, the gimmick was time travel, so there was like a good future and bad future version of every stage. That's not really the case here. So Stardust Speedway instead just takes inspiration from both. So, for example, right now, this is I think this is the good future version of Stardust Speedway. I'd imagine so. We're like freeing plants. We've got a bunch of plant life around in general. It makes sense if this was the good future version. I won't lie, this gimmick can get pretty obnoxious. I do like those things. Things are definitely getting more dangerous around here. So if you were to go into the settings of this game, you would actually be able to change Sonic's main ability here. So right now we have the drop dash, which was introduced in this game, and is the Mania version of a unique power for Sonic. But if you wanted to, you could also change it to the Insta-Shield from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, or the Super Peel-Out from CD. They didn't have to do that, but they did, which, yeah, it says a lot about this game. Because the whole game is just, they didn't have to do that, but they did. Didn't realize I hadn't grabbed that yet. I think that was an electric shield, but I think the time for that is also past. So the fourth Sonic movie is very likely to be based on Sonic CD, given the material we've seen of it thus far. I'm very curious how they'll adapt that story. I think it'll be very good. In general, I think the Sonic movies have been a good interpretation of series lore. There are certainly things to be critical of with the movies, but overall they are very high quality for one thing, and very good reimaginings of the series for another. And I think that's ultimately the intent behind them. They're not supposed to just be one-to-one the same as the games. So this boss is pretty straightforward. You kind of just have to wait for it to come back so you can attack it. The giant laser seems threatening, but it's really not. You get the Sonic CD cutscene. I love that detail. So, Stardust Speedway Act 2 is based on the bad future version of the stage. Lots of machinery, lots of neon lights. Pretty easy to see how this is the bad future compared to the other version. That being said, it's very, very pretty. If I had a nickel for every time you shot up on fireworks in a Sonic game, I'd have a couple of nickels actually. It's a decently common trope. Well, I don't know if I'd call it a trope. A decently common level gimmick. Yeah, that's it. Wow, that was a short stage. Unironically, we've already got a boss fight. Metal Sonic. As you'd expect of a fight with metal, it's not a normal fight, it's a race. Well, at least in part. I love how Metal Sonic has his own spin dash sound. So now our objective is to launch these Silver Sonics into Metal. Which is just another one of those fun bits of attention to detail. Silver Sonic originally appeared in Sonic 2 and was in a lot of ways the proto version of Metal Sonic. Eggman's given Mal the ruby, who is now turned into Metal Sonic Kai. This guy... Yep. And we're dead. What I was going to say is that Metal Sonic Kai made his first appearance in Knuckles Chaotix, so this part of the boss fight is a pretty deep cut, all things considered. I feel like Knuckles Chaotix is one of those games that's very rarely talked about in the fandom. Give me that, give me that, give me that. Hey! Rude. We had no rings.